Good morning, everyone. It is 13 minutes past 7 o'clock. It's time to visit with Joe, the car guy, because Ron, the car guy, as always, beginning of the new year, takes a little time off. So he brings in the guy who is more than fit to handle the task. How you doing, man?
I am good.
Good
morning, Joe.
So we are here to remind some people of things that need to be done to their car on a regular basis. It's not real glamorous to talk about, but it's something you really need to pay attention to.
Exactly. This is the ugly truth
Okay.
of taking care of your car. Scheduled maintenance is what we're talking about today. Unfortunately, when people hear scheduled maintenance, they think that it's like optional alternative maintenance if they want to do it.
And you think cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly. In regards to the cha-ching, not doing it creates a bigger cha-ching.
Okay.
Well, don't you think it's kind of like I never enjoy going to the doctor, but you should every once in a while just to make sure everything is running correctly. So it's not when you don't feel well that you should go, because that's when, obviously you need something done.
Exactly.
Kind of the same idea for your car. If you keep an eye on it regularly, hopefully you don't have that big breakdown that is going to be costing you.
A physical is better than a bypass surgery.
Right?
It's like going to the dentist every 6 months, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But these are scheduled, so are these, are they required, or how does this work with scheduled maintenance?
They're required maintenances they're required to even uphold the warranty on your car
That's
during
the
the
key,
warranty period.
to uphold the warranty.
Yes.
Okay.
The scheduled part comes, the only reason it's scheduled is because the manufacturer is scheduling them for you. So you don't have to guess or keep track of it. It's at this mileage you do this, at this mileage you do this, and so on.
And that's something that you'd normally find in your owner's manual, correct?
Yeah, most owners' manuals have the scheduled maintenance right in there that you can actually, check off as you do it. Some dealerships do that for the customer as they perform it. They'll check it off, they'll initial it with the date and that way
Right.
you can keep track of it.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, as you mentioned, the warranties right out the window.
Yep. I came from a dealership background. I've seen factory warranty claims be denied on engines because people didn't have proof that they changed their oil at the correct
Really?
interval.
Because they'll be like, this broke down, you need to pay for it, and they're like, nope, you didn't do your scheduled maintenance.
Correct. Yeah, they may have a 100,000 mile warranty on their engine, and at 50,000 it failed. And the manufacturer says no, if you can't produce your records and you didn't change your oil every, whatever their guideline
Right.
is, you have no coverage and you're stuck with a, several $1,000 bill over.
That's right there in the warranty verbiage too. So you have to make sure that you look at that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So what is a scheduled maintenance? Like if I'm realizing this morning, I'm like, oh, I should probably check that out, get my vehicle in. What does that all include?
Sure. Scheduled maintenance varies by the mileage that you're at.
Okay.
As simple as an oil change, a tire rotation, and having an inspection is a scheduled maintenance.
Now, how important is a tire rotation?
Tire rotations are very important because the average cost of a tire is about $125. If you put tires on and leave them in the spot that they're at the day you buy them, you're going to get maybe a third of the mileage out of them that you should. So you're going to be buying tires 3 times as often as somebody that spends the $20 to get them rotated.
And that can get spendy.
And a lot of places, if you buy your tires there, rotate them free of charge. So it's not even an out-of-pocket expense.
Oh, so that's even easier.
Yeah.
Now, what is the scheduled rotation time for tires?
It varies a little bit depending on the manufacturer, but it's within 5,000 to 6,000 miles. If you're on a 5,000 mile oil change program because you use full synthetic, it wouldn't be a bad idea to rotate them every time you go in. That way you're saving yourself a trip and another 1,000 miles because we have enough on our plates without making 12
You have the
trips to see me.
regular issues that are coming in. So what are some other things you're looking at? Transmissions?
Yeah,
oil? What's
really
going on?
any fluid that is in the vehicle, those are huge because a $200 transmission service is going to save you a $2,000+ bill down the road.
And how often does the transmission need to be serviced?
That also varies by manufacturer as far as requirements. I've seen anywhere from 30 to 60,000 miles.
So nowhere near like an oil change.
Nowhere near like it. No, it's just as important. It's just a different interval. So, think of it as, you wouldn't drive your car 20,000 miles without changing the oil. Don't drive it 120,000 without changing the transmission fluid.
Makes sense.
All right, now for changing the oil, obviously you're on a maintenance schedule, but what if you don't follow a maintenance schedule that closely and the light comes on?
If the light comes on, it's time to get it done. That's your warning that you have hit whatever is programmed into that computer and whatever it gauges with your driving habits that it's telling you it's time. Don't drive around another 3 months with that on.
Okay, and we're just talking to James about the weather and temperatures taking a dip here in the next week or so. What about that type of fluid in your system? How can you check that to make sure that's all functioning properly?
As far as the antifreeze
As
goes,
far as antifreeze.
any time that you're in for an inspection, they should be checking what's called the freeze protection in it. 34 below is ideal, what you want to hear from that. If it gets in that 10 below range, it's time to get it serviced, because we knock on the door of that.
That's vulnerable.
Yeah, in Iowa, to where you could end up with there again, if it cracks a block because your antifreeze isn't good, you're not getting warranty.
Well, there's so many moving pieces and parts like belts and things like that we don't always think about, and it's good to just make sure they're in proper form.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably a third at least. I mean, easily 1 out of every 3 cars that comes into our shop could have been, not come into our shop with preventative maintenance. They could have avoided it.
And check the belts, obviously, this time of year, too, to make sure everything's functioning
Absolutely.
And I know another great thing about Westside Auto Pros, if you're someone like me and only opens up their owner's manual if they have to figure out where a light goes or something like that, you guys are great about keeping records, so you stay on top of your customers to make sure they are getting that maintenance.
Absolutely, yeah. We have multiple programs that we can track the history of it. We can track when it was due. In the past, when it's due in the future,
you go.
we've got a lot of different options to go forward with
So
it.
it's time for scheduled maintenance. What's the easiest way to get a hold of you guys?
You can find us online at westsideautopros.com. You can come see us on 1901 Northwest 92nd Court, or call us at 225-9090.
Perfect.
As you're making New Year's resolutions for yourself, make sure you're doing it for some important things in your life, like your vehicle.
That's right.
As well.
The health of your car just as important as the health of you.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Thank you so much,
Thanks, Joe, the car guy.
You bet.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. It is 20 minutes past 7 o'clock. This is ECWI CW Iowa Live.